Alright guys, welcome back to Mornings with Granny. As you can see, I'm here with my aunt, and she's making another quilt, and she's going to tell you about it and who it's for.
This is for my great-grandson, and he's 1 year old now, but when he's 2 years old, I'll have this ready and I'll have it finished by then. And right now, all he wants to do is play with trucks. So I got this material that's got all these trucks and cars and things and our trucks and all this.
What size are those pieces? They don't look like 2 by 2?
Yeah, and these squares.
Was it 4 by 4?
You have to work on these little corners because all these little corners are supposed to match, and that's where you get you'll go crazy by the time you get through.
So you laid it out on the floor and then you matched all of them.
I had to lay it out on the living room floor because I don't have a place to lay it out. I don't have a work table, and so that's.
So how long have you been working on this one?
About 3 weeks to get these pieces put together now. And then I'll put the back on. The back of it is blue. This will be the black back.
That's pretty.
It'll match the color.
Yeah, I like that.
Mm-hmm. So that's and that'll be the finish. And then I'll hand sew it because I'll sew around each one of these blocks. And
so when you got to put the back on it, and then you put it. No, you finish this and then put it on the thing, right?
Yeah,
on the quilt rack. Yeah, frame. I can't think of what you call it.
And then put the back on it and sew them together. Mm-hmm.
How many quilts that you've made? 300 or 400?
Not quite that many, but it's been a lot.
It seems like it, because every time I turn around, you make it another quilt.
This is my pleasure, and this is what I do when it's raining and cold. I don't like to do. When it's pretty, I love to be outside.
Didn't you say you started when you were 8?
Yeah, that's when Mama started teaching us. By the time we could stand up around the quilt frame and start, and then of course she was teaching us to sew, making baby doll clothes when we was little.
Didn't you say something about? Didn't Grandpa used to come in and help too because y'all made him to stay warm?
Yeah, that's right. And Grandpa liked to come in and help, and he would keep adjusting. He'd tell us where our mistakes were, and he'd get up and look real close to our little squares like this. He'd try to find something.
That sounds like Grandpa. Fix this.
He's a character.
Yeah, he was. So that would have been about, what, 1944 when you started?
Yeah, somewhere.
Right in World War II.
I was born in 36, so that would be about I was probably started playing with the quilt and making baby doll clothes by the time I was 6 or 7 years old. Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of sewing. Mm-hmm. I'm glad you got the patience for it, because I don't have any patience for it.
It does take patience to try to get all these little squares together, and then I put them together 1 strip, 2 strips, 3 strips, and then I got 2 halves, and I'm sewing them together right here. This will finish me up when I get these lined out exactly in place, and then I'll go back and sew these 2 together. So it's hard to work with 2 big pieces, but this is the better way to, instead of just keep adding on to 1 big one.
Yeah.
You cut them in half, you make them half at a time.
I like the little Minions. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
I like watching that, what's that movie, Despicable Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like watching that one. All right, guys. Well, you wanted to see my aunt. Y'all all say she's really sweet. I won't tell you any different. Nah, she is.
Well, we look just alike when they put us side by side, so.
Yeah, you can tell we're kin, that's for sure.
For sure.
All right, guys. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye-bye.